Pisces, to your September mid-month reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome. And cross-watchers, of course. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. We are getting ready for that lunar eclipse pretty soon. Ooh. Okay, so after this reading, it will be the lunar eclipse reading. So, okay, I'm probably going to do it by elements is what I'm thinking, like I did the chakras. So, although yours was not done like that, it was done just by your sign. But a lot of the other signs had it through their elements. So we're gonna. I think I'm gonna do it that way. Okay. So, okay, let's see what's going on. Best messages coming out for the beautiful Pisceans. Guys, I hope your month has been going great so far. Mine's been doing pretty good. It's just moving so fast. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We do have the intuition coming out. Love that. You're really going to be in tune with your intuition this time of the month. Really sparking for you. It can even spark your emotions, though, as well, right? So, you do feel a heightened sensitivity. You know, it's because of that intuition, especially for you beautiful Pisceans. Okay, so I'm going to make your psychic abilities heightened, right? So therefore, if you're heightened in your psychic abilities, as in your intuition, could spark your empathicness. Okay, so you could watch for that heightened sensitivity at this time. Okay, guys, it's not as uncommon for the water signs to do such things, right? In fact, it's very common. So let's see what's going on here. Clarify on that with some beautiful tarot messages. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So definitely, yeah, absolutely. This is going to help you with your relationships, work situations, how you're dealing with your domestic life, your money. Okay. Work. Yeah, how you're journeying. Look at that page of Wands coming out. So definitely what it's saying here is your heightened sensitivities will help you navigate through these areas of your life, right? Your relationships and your work situations, right? As we see this, if I did it this way, it'd be a beautiful pyramid, right? Upside down pyramid. Ooh, really grounding yourself, because if it's an upside down pyramid, we're talking about, you know, I'm talking about that grounding situation, right? Wow. Queen of Swords. Ooh, I like that. Actually like that. That's saying I'm being very independent, very clear-minded at this time, cutting away anybody who's not in it to win it with me. Your perception right now is on key because your intuition is on key, guys. Okay? You're going to be keeping out an eye for those new opportunities with the Queen of Swords, clearing any boundaries, open communication. A lot of good direct communication will be taking place, trusting within your instincts and having that balanced approach to your day. So I really like this. I really do like this for you, because there's a lot of new things, coming your way. There's a lot of information. But as you can see the swords over here, it's like you're cutting through the boundaries because you're really watching. You may be watching someone. You may be watching a fire sign, right? Or an air sign. But this is really you over here, really paying attention. Really, you know, doing a lot of great negotiations at this time, signing some contracts, but keeping your eye on what is going on. If you see a contract that's coming towards you, you're really going to be looking at that fine detail and then using that intuition and saying, hey, you know what? If this is missing something, look, I see what's going on, right? So anything that feels like you're reading between the lines, your intuition is going to pick that up like, excuse me. Say what it is you're going to say, or write it down in the contract, what's real, and quit trying to make me, you know, look for it with a magnifying glass. Just tell me up straight, up front, because that's the way you're being, right? You want that direct communication. You're giving out that direct communication, so you would assume that they would give it back to you. And if they're not, then you're saying, okay, fine. Now I'm not going to assume you're going to give it back to me. Now I want you to give it back to me. You know, if I'm being upfront with someone, I definitely want them to be upfront with me. You're getting all this air coming through. For my Aquarian Pisces who are watching, I tell you, you guys are using your Aquarius side. Because I know my Cuspers, they're watching too, right? But this is really you truth seeking, no matter what. And you guys may have a lot of air, you know, Libra, keeping yourself balanced, or Gemini as your rising, or moon, right, coming through, which is really going to help you navigate. If you don't, it's okay. It's okay, because that sign is there already pushing up for you. It's already saying, I'm here. I'm here to help you navigate through this. I'm here to make you understand this. So yes, your emotional intuition is heightened, but it's going to be easier for you to connect with what it is you need to connect to. And if this is a relationship and you feel like, you know, there's some fallout, definitely going to have some direct communication. And you could be, you know, with an air sign and you're telling them, I want this direct communication. I don't want you hiding stuff from me. I want it out on the table. Put it out on the table. What's wrong? Because you can already feel something's wrong. This moon card keeps wanting to try to fall out. I tried to put it away already once, but here it comes back again. So it's definitely saying your premonitions are, and your intuition is spot on right now. You're going to have this dreamy, like, well, that's your sensitivities coming out anyways. But you're going to have this dreamy, like, composure is what I want. I just want to say composure. Being very poised. Taking on some of that Cancerian energy to say this, you know, I am using my subconscious. You guys might even be having a lot of weird dreams. Pay attention to those dreams. Write them down, because they could be premonitions of what's to happen, what's to come, what needs to be looked at. But I do feel like you're kind of in this dreamy place, which is not uncommon, right? If you feel like someone is not working with you, you may feel like you need to go to that, as I call it, the underwater kingdom. Excuse me, I'm taking a break. I've got to go over here so I can think. I'm not going to sit in this realm for a second. I need to think about this situation, especially if somebody is not going to follow the guidelines of what it is that should be happening. So I do feel like a lot of you are going to be in this kind of dreamy area, really listening to that intuition, kind of what people would say a little far away, right? And that could, you know, that definitely could be around that lunar eclipse that's coming around the 17th, the 18th, pulling yourself away from this situation. I've said what I'm going to say. I'm waiting for you to come back to see what's going on, right? But I'm going to manifest, I'm going to dream, I'm going to pull myself away from this situation for a second so that, you know, I can get the bigger details from my intuition. Cross watchers, if the Pisces, you know, Pisces is feeling distant, that's because they're pulling themselves out of the situation, right? And a lot of people will say, I don't understand Pisces. No, you probably don't. You probably don't. And that's, but that's them, right? There's a mysterious piece to the Pisces. But if they do start getting distance, that does not mean that they're cutting you off. That does not mean that they're done. It means they're in a flow and they're trying to figure something out. They need to go and recoup. They need to go think, right? They need to pull back from the situation and go into this place where they can compose themselves, get the answers, get the things they need. Okay. Yes, balance themselves out. There's a yeah, you know, I love that, because talking about going and pulling yourself away, it's almost like there's a gift right? There's a gift within pulling away. There's a gift within yourself that you have this potential, right? That when you do so, it brings about the gifts, it brings about the manifestations, it brings about the prosperities and the abundance, bringing back that energy, right? That way you can come back, like I said, very poised and very, really embrace these moments and really start connecting again, right? Oh, absolutely. Oh my goodness, yeah. Definitely saying, yeah, because this is where you're going to get the acceptance, have this change, release what needs to be released so that you can have this new, bringing in these new kind of ideas. Absolutely. So you're definitely dealing with could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo over here, but really using your intuition. Your intuition is so on key right now. And having this lunar eclipse come, I think, is really going to open. It's like you're going to be an open box. Remember, it's also a lunar eclipse. It's the full moon in Pisces. So this really doesn't really surprise me so much, Pisces, that your intuition is going to be spot on, open, feeling. You're going to feel down, and then you're going to feel very refreshed. The down is going to be the moon where you're going to feel like I'm going under the water to do what I need to do. A lot of people find that very mysterious of you. They find this very reclusive, of you, and very secretive. What is Pisces doing? This is also a time, though, too, where you're going to really want to maintain some healthy boundaries. And I really feel like this downtime that you're going to take in its own way. And it's crazy because here's your card. This is definitely 100% a Piscean card because it's talking about that mystery, that secret, that hidden piece within you. Right? Being true to yourself as the high priestess that you are. Really using that subconscious and bringing that subconscious in. You guys are going to be manifesting like there's no tomorrow. You want to call it manifesting, you can call it prayers, you can call it whatever. It doesn't matter, you can call it that dream state that you go into where you start dreaming. Because no matter what, you have this dreamy piece that's coming up around the lunar eclipse where you're going to want your dreams to come true. Really focusing on what it is, really raising that vibration the way you know how to raise that vibration to make things happen. Somebody really wants to draw themselves towards you, though. I do see that. So if we're talking about someone wanting to draw their attention closer to you, and this is where I'm really feeling like this is like, but that's where that person is. I don't understand what Pisces is doing. I don't understand why they have gone quiet or distant. We're just going to call it distance. Because I could be sitting right next to you. I know this for a fact. I have two uncles that are Pisces, and my best friend is Pisces. I could be sitting, and his wife is Pisces, and I can sit right next to them. They go completely quiet. And it's like I could be talking, like the talker I am, right? And they're just like, and it's like, and you know they're thinking. You know what they're doing, right? And they're so beautiful together, being both Pisces, because Pisces and Pisces, I think, together are beautiful because they understand the downtime. They understand this is me going here. It's quiet time for me. And they give that, they know how to give that because you guys understand each other. So I always say that Pisces and Pisces as love mates is absolutely beautiful. Certain signs won't get it. Okay. So we do have the King of Swords. If you are dealing with an air sign, they just might not get this. I'm just saying. From an analytical point of view, they might not get this. Okay? They may not get this. Unless they're a cusp sign. Aquarius, Pisces, right? Then they'll get it because they're going to do the same thing in their own weird little way, right? No, this is where they're going to... I'm telling you, there's somebody over here that just is not getting you. They're trying their hardest to be impulsive and come sexy towards you, but right now in the mid-month, it's Pisceans downtime. It's your time to connect. It's like, yes, I'm telling you, from this point, I'm telling you, this is what I'm doing. I'm clearing the boundaries. That's what you're doing. You're making direct communication before you go into this place of deep connection within yourself. It's like, I try to connect with you. I try to lay out the lines. I'm trying to make these negotiations. I'm trying to get all this done. And now I have to go over here. Balance out the situation. Go within myself to see what's going on. This person doesn't get it. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your lawyer. I don't care if it's your you know, your coworker. This person who wants to be with you. Okay, they don't get it. Okay, they just don't understand. So they're going to try to impulsively push with the Knight of Wands, or impulsively pushing on you, trying to get more information out of you, trying to understand you at this time. Okay, because they want to be closer to you. They don't understand what you were giving, you know, you're giving to me and you're doing all these things. I don't understand what happened. You're saying, just relax, relax. So yeah, they're trying to use more of their mind to try to figure out what Pisces is doing. What's Pisces doing? Pisces is thinking of their wealth. They're thinking of that contract. They're thinking about what I just pushed out to you. I'm thinking about this situation. Did you get it? Do you understand this? Or is this going this way? Maybe you have something else that's really going on with work or this negotiation, this contract, and this makes this other person feel like you pushed them away, right? While you're thinking about other things, right? Kind of having that conversation with your higher self. That's really what it is. There's this change. You're trying to make this change. There's this beautiful transition that you're going through right now, that you're pushing yourself to this new beginning. You're trying to transform yourself into this new area. Okay? You're trying to reach this area. Yeah, because you're keeping yourself, I'm telling you, you're keeping your eye on the prize. You're keeping your eye on this opportunity. You're keeping your eye out on what you need. And if this person isn't going to follow you, right, then it is what it is. Yeah, because you're putting yourself, with the moon over here, you're also putting yourself in kind of this protection mode for the structure, the rules, the balance, and trying to become disciplined, but also practical while you're in this kind of underwater world. Because what they don't understand is this is what Pisces does. So you really are kind of, yeah, you are kind of pushing away, but they really want to try to, manipulate the situation. So sorry. Because they don't get it. They don't understand that you're reevaluating a situation. You've already opened it up. You've already opened up that can of worms. You said what you needed to say, and now you're reevaluating. And now they're saying, oh no, and maybe some of them even believe, oh no, he or she's leaving me. You're leaving me. Pisces is leaving me. I got to push hard. I got to be forceful. I got to kind of, and they're manifesting. They're manifesting for the better situation to come through. But the problem is they're overpowering the situation the best way. And let me just tell the cross watchers for a second, the best way to get rid of a Pisces is to overpower them when they're in this place of contemplation. Because that's saying that you don't understand who they are. You don't understand. Yeah, definitely just, I can't say anything. That's who they are. So when they do need to go, and have this place for themselves, some do it longer than others. Some don't do it as much as others. It just depends on the situation. So Pisces, they feel like you're pushing them away because they don't understand. And so now they're going to push fiercely. No. Back up, give them room. In fact, any sign that needs to go, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, anybody that needs, those 4 signs that need to do that. It's really the best way to push them away, because it's saying that you don't understand where they're going, right? This could be where you're avoiding them. They could feel that avoidance, but they don't understand why. And, you know, the craziest thing is for some of you, it is because they're not listening to you. And some of you, it's because you're trying to think of something else. So you've kind of gone, you know, silent with them. And it's not even them. It's something that has to do with this negotiation, this contract, this work, this opportunity, right? Best thing I can say for cross watchers is when Pisces is done, they will let you know a little bit about what they're talking about. They don't, you know, unless you're super duper duper close, they're not going to let you inside the world, inside the water world. They have to really trust to make you understand exactly what they're thinking, exactly what's going on. That's, you know, their little hidden dream world. So, yeah. The overall outcome here, though, my Pisceans, you know, is I do see that you're trying to take action with this power that you're using. Really trying to get creative with the situation. Really, you know, this disconnection that you're doing, you know, at this time of this lunar eclipse, really allowing that, is really turning the leaf to something that you're looking at, okay? And it literally could even be this relationship if you feel this person is not understanding you. Or they're, you know, trying to maneuver, you know, and take advantage of a situation. So take that help. It resonates because it could be definitely. Right now it's kind of crazy because it feels like they're trying to clear the boundaries to make them understand something that they don't want to understand. And because you're trying to do something else. And when you go quiet, it throws them for a loop. And they don't like that. So they're definitely going to come back hard and strong, where they really just don't really need to do that. If anything, they needed better communication and give you some leeway. They need to actually discipline themselves to allow you to have that time. And it really feels like this time that they're really not doing that. They're pushing too hard. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Right? And they're thinking about the situation too much because they're coming in as a sword as well. So it's like where you're a sword, they're becoming a sword, but they're not using their heart to the situation. So it definitely is a great time to dive deep into the situation, right? Okay, guys, let's see. Yeah, your passions are ignited where it comes to a certain situation, and that's the reason why you're doing something. That's the whole point. You know, your heart is open, your intuition is open, you know what it is you want, you're truly going after something. You just need someone else to understand this, you know, excuse me, I'm trying to do something here. Yeah, and it's definitely for this new beginning, right? This new thing you're doing, this, whatever it is that you're doing, you're saying yes. And yeah, they do, they see you, and you know you're disconnected. You might even have some discontent with the way their behavior is, right? But I mean, you already had the 4 cups anyways. The reevaluation. Looking for what you really need. Here's your kingdom, right? Well, if you feel like this, where are you going? Yep. Under the water to resolve the problems. Right? For the Wheel of Fortune. See, you already got the Wheel of Fortune anyways, because the tides of time are changing, my friends. You have this, but you're highly intuitive in knowing that there's something good coming, that there's something that's coming. The ups and downs are, you know, still a little unpredictable about the situation, but there's something inevitable coming your way, and you can feel that change. It's like the change is in the air, and your intuition is open to it. That's why you're like, no, I got to do this right now. Something big's happening. Something is taking place. I will communicate when I need time to communicate. So when it comes to this person, how is it going to work out, right? How is this going to work? What's going to happen? Let's look at it. Coming to the end of the month. Will it happen at the end of the month? Or are you going to go strong till the beginning of the month? Well, let's see. There's going to be some delays because you're going to feel a little weighed down from this situation, okay? because you are looking at something that's fulfilling yourself, some kind of blissful, situation that's happening, waiting for these dreams to come true. You are definitely centered on the 10 of Cups. So where this person is pushing at you, you're saying, I'm having a little more lack of energy. It's almost like you're draining me of my energy when I'm trying to do something. Okay? For a lot of you, you'll have the Ace of Cups at the end. It's just that somebody's acting a little obsessive about this situation. They're pulling in all these new feelings that you've given them once you pulled away. So they're acting on it, right? They're acting on that, right? And being very impatient about the situation. Okay, they are putting themselves in their own head instead of waiting for you to come back around. So, but it does look like you are, no matter what, still putting up this boundary, because you already put up a boundary over here. Maybe they didn't get the message. Maybe you said, wait a minute, but I did tell them, though, Gold. I told them that I was going to worry about this. I'm putting this on hold for a minute. They didn't get the memo. Why do I feel that? Why do I feel like Pisces said, hold on, I'm trying to work on something? And they're being very impulsive about this situation. It's almost like they didn't hear it. It went through one ear and out the other. Because over here it says, but I'm still standing in my boundaries. So I do feel like a lot of you have already communicated that situation with them. What's underneath it? Obstacles. It's almost like maybe they're making it into a bigger obstacle. Or maybe they didn't know you were going to be gone for a week. Well, unfortunately, it could be a week. It could be a couple of days. It could be a couple hours. It could be a couple of hours and then return and then go back. I've seen it. Right? I've seen it. But you're not giving really what they're 100% looking for, right? Because it says you're looking for the overall gift. There's a gift coming. You're trying to keep everything balanced within your life. Go, Pisces, go. So let's go ahead and get a Sacred Rebels card over here. Beautiful reading, guys. It looks like you guys, you are changing things around and things need to be done. And you're doing it at the most beautiful time right now. And especially when your intuition is highly open. So you're putting yourself into a better position for yourself. Something that's more, financially sound. Something that's better for you. Something that benefits you in the long run, and you know it. Otherwise, you wouldn't put out all this energy for nothing. You definitely wouldn't. You definitely wouldn't. As a Taurus, I can agree with that. Definitely don't want to go running around on something that's not going to benefit us, right? In that situation, when it comes to money and stuff like that, Pisces and Taurus are a lot alike, right? Absolutely. So you have two cards coming out. You have listening for truth. That is, look at that. She's under the water listening for truth. What are you doing with the Moon card? What did I say you're doing? That is it. For what? 24. New birth guarded vigilantly. That word does not want to come out of my mouth this morning. Probably need more coffee before that, right? Some of those words, I tell you. It's like if you don't use them every day, they might not want to come out. So listening for the truth, I'm not even going to read that. You already know what that means. This whole reading is about that. Listening to your higher intuition, listen to your higher self for that truth. That's exactly what you're doing, and that's exactly what the mid-month means to you and for you. But this new birth guarded vigilantly. Let me find that. What's the number, guys? 24. Okay, here we go. In every creative process, in every birth, in every opening of a new cycle of life, that's crazy. You have the death card. I said that already. You have the Fool card too. I already said you're getting ready for a new cycle. This vulnerability is natural and appropriate. It is the full learning to become steady on its legs. Those legs will become remarkably powerful in time, but the process of growth and maturity has to take place. Emperor. And requires some wobbly first attempts. It cannot be any other way. So this is most significantly so if you have also drawn the oracle to defend the end, which we have not, so I'm not going to worry about that. Find something else. This could be a new relationship that needs tending with interest and kindness. It could also be a new idea that you need to nurture into fullness because it is going to hold special purpose for your life. It might be something within you, a new behavior, a new way of looking at yourself, or a new way of being in the world that you need to tend to until it becomes more natural for you to embody. And it's also, if it's a new opportunity, you're going to do the same thing, because it doesn't matter if it's a new opportunity for a new career, a new relationship, it's something new. And that's exactly what you're looking at. You're saying, I want this new contract, I want this new negotiation, I have this new opportunity, something that you're racing after, something that you want, that you know is of great importance to you and your life path. Okay? Wow. So, I mean, that literally, man, both these cards just nailed this whole reading. Thank you, Spirit. Woohoo! We'll see what the angels have to say. We're done. I mean, that just nailed the whole reading. Like, you couldn't get any better than that. Literally, because it says you're listening for the truth, going under the water. Rebirth. To become this emperor. That's your power that it said. To become the more powerful you. Okay. Alrighty. Wow. Let's just cross-watcher. Hold tight. Hold tight. Doesn't mean they're leaving. Doesn't mean nothing. It means they're doing something. Listen to your intuition. Everybody listen to your intuition, because you're choosing a new direction. You definitely are. You're looking at what it is you need. You have this passionate new thing coming. You just got to get strong. You sorted everything out and said, look, this is where the boundaries are. I want what I want. It all starts that way. Right? Then ask your angels. Get into your higher within the next few weeks. Look at that. Within the next few weeks. That doesn't surprise me, because I said at the end of the month, the beginning of the month, things will start opening up. Things are really going to start that change within the situation. So remain positive. And then I see the compromise sitting there. Booyah. Yeah, because the scales will be in your favor. Because you have to, this is one of those things you're actually balancing out. You're balancing out a lot of stuff. You don't want to start something new imbalanced. That's why you were given this golden opportunity to allow yourself to go up to your underwater kingdom, as I call it. Right? To become the merman or the mermaid, or, that's just the way I say things, right? That's how I taught my kids, because it makes it easier for them to understand, right? Of course, my uncle always thinks that that's hilarious, but, and then, of course, you got that movie, too, that says, I'm a merman, right? So it was like, oh, God. Of course. Of course. Oh gosh, you guys. Until next time, peace and love. And if you know another Pisces or someone dealing with a Pisces, go ahead and share that video. Until next time, peace and love, my friends. Bye.